Greetings and welcome, honored guests, to let's have a look at Hotel Architect. Alright, it's time for me to promote another product. I was contacted by the marketing people of Wired Productions to partake in the winter beta test, essentially, of Hotel Architect, and I was permitted to show it all to you. Now, as I am recording this, there is still another day left in the beta participation, so if you wish to partake in it, you can request access on the Steam store page where I have linked in the description. Anyway, what is Hotel Architect? Well, it is quite simply what you expect it is. It is a hotel builder and manager game. You build and manage hotels in various locations. Now, they are teasing some locations with slightly more exotic types of guests, as well as differences in temperature, as you can see. But for now, there's really only one map available, and that's Gothenburg in Sweden. So, that is what we will be playing. Now, I will not be showing the scenario in this case, because that's essentially just tutorial level, and that would be kind of boring to show, because it is tutorial level. So most of the things are already built. Instead, I'll be showing you off the sandbox feature, which essentially is just the same location, except nothing is built. So, you can play around a little bit more with an ideal setup. Would you not cross that when I'm trying to record? Okay. So, I'll just be starting with the medium setup. You can also turn on and off any guests you want, but frankly, for our purposes, we want to keep everything on because we will need them. Currently, we have the choice between backpackers and sporties. And, alright, we'll start with $250,000 of starting capital, and these settings are also fine. Oh, we need to give it a hotel name. Alright, well. Welcome to the Bumblefoot Hotel. Alright, so. We have a wide open plain that we can work with. Perfect. Let's start by laying out a foundation. Well, actually, there's one thing we will need. Always start. Find where it is. The entrance. Might have to design around it, but for now, I just need it on the map so I don't forget it. I put it in. We're gonna be being a little cheeky in how big we want to make this thing. You kind of want to have a little bit more space there. I'll have to up this back a little. Don't need these dividing walls. Right. We are spending money as it is, but of course we're not building anything just yet. And we will not be building anything until I call the workers in. That's kind of a feature in this game that I sort of appreciate. Because usually in these builder manager games, there is either you instantly build stuff, or you have to hire, you have to have builders on the map constantly doing nothing, or essentially just maintenance workers that do all the building for you, which just feels a little bit not correct. Most builders are usually on the contractors, which is what this button is for. But we'll get there once I have laid out a basic template of what I want. Right, so. Yeah, I kind of want to make sure that this is clear. Just the door here. We'll want to do some doodads. Well, essentially, I want to have garbage bin out here. And we should start designing some rooms. Now, being a hotel, we do have several floors we can work with. Technically, we only have 2 floors, which is the ground floor and the first floor. And then we can zoom up to the roof, but you can't build on the roof, so this feels like it needs another look at it. What's the point of having to look at the roof? Can't do anything on the roof. Yeah, I think maybe that'll come later. For our first thing we have to look at is the backpackers. Because if we want sporties, we need 2 stars. So first we need to please the backpackers. Backpackers are very simple tourists. They only want simple meals. They would like nature stuff and all that. And they really don't mind if their room is kind of small. And, well, they get usually a little bit annoyed if it's too expensive. They don't seem to have a lot of money. That is also not the greatest for us, because how do you make money with that? Well, volume. We need to have a lot of small rooms for these little people to visit in now. Technically, you can make the rooms 2x2, but it is just 4 tiles. Kinda tricky to fit everything in that you need in order to make a room a room. But that's fine. I'll just make it 2x3. There's a slightly more room. Also, you can ask a little bit more for bigger rooms, and we will need the income once it properly starts. Right. On the other side, we are gonna set up a kitchen and a dining area. I just need to measure it out a little bit. And this will be our check-in desk area. And I'm just picking these colored doors at random, kinda. Alright, so that these have doors assigned to them. A little bit more important later from when we start actually constructing these rooms. Although you can, of course, just leave gaps in walls. You don't necessarily need to put in doors if you don't want to. I do, because be sure that everything is good. See how cramped we can make this. Items we cannot set up. And we can order it around, but I don't think we can place some items because I don't have the zones yet, and I can't really place the zones until I start building stuff. Yeah. We also need some doors here at the entrance, I believe. And then obviously some windows. And the backpackers do not get any windows. Make a clear separation. Want to set things up. Right, let's get things going. So I will be calling it the large truck, and let's get things built. Oop. And look at them go. Now, in order to speed some of the construction up a little bit, we'll be placing these material piles. But I don't have to keep running back to the truck to get stuff. Because the material piles are not endless, so you will need to place them every now and then. Still need a few more material piles. Don't forget to remove these because they will cause ugliness in the place, and you don't want that. Alright, so let's start placing some zones. Reception area over here. The kitchen deck here. Restaurant over here. Don't worry about the warning signs, that just tells me that there is some, it's missing some equipment. We want the laundry room over here. Oops. That's a little bit too much. And that's zone for the bathroom over here. And I guess we'll put the workshop down here. And then let's designate all this stuff onto bathroom over here. The rest of these can be bedroom. Got to put indoors. Currently, they don't feel like they have much to do. That is fine. Totally expected. We have not yet told them what to do with the ground. Well, turn the camera so we can actually see what we're doing, and roll out the red carpets. For our honored guests, nothing is good enough. We'll give the second area a slightly different color. Carpet has all the same beauties, so that's fine. Material sites polished. And for the kitchen, we'll probably want a little bit. We don't want carpet. We'll just make it plain tile. Much easier to clean. For the break room, let's get some just basic wood flooring. Slightly different color for the air area. So we can probably make that a little prettier. Putting in a door. And we're chewing through our money quite nicely now. Alright. Let's see. Other tiles. We have plastic carpet for the cleaning room. Not very pretty, but it does need. Some of these things I have unlocked through playing the tutorial level. So if you don't see them during your playthrough, that is where it is. We'll just have to play through that. It's not too hard to play through, so have fun. Let's see, let's find a nice cozy color. Duke green. No accounting for taste. Not in my hotel. Alright, and then we need to give the walls some paint. Or in this case, wallpaper. Let's go for a slightly fancy hotel. Just do that by holding the shift key and hovering over the walls. We can give them all a uniform look. Pop that around for that room. We'll not be putting wallpaper on the kitchen. That feels like it's no use to me. But we don't have to go totally soulless. Just some basic stone walls will do. More wallpaper over here. Some wallpaper in rooms. Simple white brick will do. And then there's just a bathroom over here. Alright, we want all the tiles. Floor. Walls. Alright. While that is going on, we can start putting in some items. Simply click on a zone and it'll tell you what is missing, and if you then click on this bar, it'll show you what you can build there. can put some items in this area, people to play around with. And let's give them a slightly more fancy color. Also, we'll want some entertainment in this area, so give them a pick shop. Pick a stop. A trash can. Just because we can. And we will also want the refreshments. Staff will need them. Right. Moving around, I have not really been paying attention to what my staff or what my crew has been doing. Get some more materials over here. Doesn't really matter where you put them because they will not be in the way of the workers. Right. So they need some washing machines over here. Those sites need to be removed. Technically you only need one just to make the rooms complete, but frankly, we're kind of going through a lot of laundry. We want to have a little bit of room to maneuver. Also, give them a waste bin. Just a little something to make the place a little bit more attractive. Overall, your crew is probably not too bothered by how ugly things look, but they will want things to be somewhat pretty. Alright, let's also start setting up the restaurant. We will need a check-in desk. Cutlery shelves, because people need to get their stuff. And we need some drinks fridges, so that people can be satisfied while they are waiting for their food to arrive. And I'll just use the basic dining table. There, that should be more than sufficient. And then we can pretty things up a little by curtains over these windows. There. Nice fancy restaurant. Well, at least it looks the part. While that is going on, let's make sure that the staff has some place to relax. Let's give them a nice soft blue couch. Let's not make it too fancy. That'll do. I mean, we can go into that for quite a bit, so we're not too worried about any of this. Kitchen is almost ready. Get all the necessary items set up. Also, that is dependent, because right now these two are linked. Set to here. So we need to set up a dinner menu. Currently we have access to kinds of meals, so kitchen will want to have the necessary supplies for both of them. I'm just doubling up on things. Not necessarily, strictly speaking, necessary, but it just feels appropriate. Alright. Have a dishwasher. Just need a stove. Stove, have that. The place for the dishes. Also give them a sink. And a place to prepare the salads. And there's still plenty of room to expand, but currently we have no need for any of that. Because we're here, let's just give them a nice fancy thing. This room is kinda not great, but that's fine. More material sites. Okay. I don't think there's anything left to get. You can be quite tight with how things are set up. Stone did not that. Fine. Alright, time to start making the rooms. We'll give them green beds, wardrobe, and a case stand. And we can just place them wherever we want. Just gonna make these very uniform rooms. These are just backpackers after all. They don't need any special accommodations, particularly. We can pretty up the this place as we go. I mean, there is another room that they will want soon enough, but we don't have space for that on the floor anymore. So we'll get to that later. So we will want to give them some toilet cubicles. Shower cubicles. Then we'll need a towel, a rack, and basins of hands, and give them a laundry bin. Right, that should be sufficient for that. What are you complaining about? Alright, you don't have the staff. This thing is empty. You are still just short on staff. Staff can wait. To get the items in place first, then I'll worry about the staff. Meantime, I can have a look at possible income. So I can just, you know, have some abandoned cars on my lots somewhere. These will reduce the prettiness of the place, but they will give me $25 per hour on income, which, you know, that could be useful. Not in this case, I'm not gonna bother because it's not really what I want to do. What are you complaining about? You're saying people can't access this thing? kind of wanted to have these doors, but I guess if the game says we can't have the doors, then we'll remove the doors. Almost ready. Alright, looks like everything has been delivered. Let's make sure that I have removed all these material sites because they are ugly, so get rid of them. Alright. Now these rooms are worth almost $1,000 per night. Only backpackers will want to come in here. Yeah, they're not currently happy about this room per se, but you know, that's fine. Alright, let's get some personnel. Alright, so first off, we want some people to at the reception desks. Bad tempers might not be useful. See if we can find someone that is... I mean, this is not bad. I mean, I did put a thing here. I can accept some bad traits. We can always replace them later. I don't want tech dinosaur. I mean, the break room is just across the hall. That's fine. Alright, so want a couple of chefs. Sea lover is not useful to me at this particular point in time because, well, we don't have seafood. Chef. Well, this one will do. Let's get a couple of waiters. Punching bag sounds very useful. Then we need someone to keep things maintained. Someone with no bad optics. And then we need a load of cleaners. Cleaners should not have to deal with much with these the people that come by. This is probably fine. And already we have people coming. Alright, so we don't need the construction workers anymore, so they can go. Soon we will have a Critic arriving, which will give us some nice potential for stars. Right, what opportunities do we have? Still just the abandoned cons. I don't really want to do that, because some of the functions are not yet in the game. So like, for instance, I can have a look at my cash flow here, but advanced is still to be implemented. Ratings are currently nothing, and I don't think I can get higher than 3 stars anyway, because I'm missing some rooms that are not yet implemented. So I can really only get backpackers and sporties. Fine. So let's just get the basics out of the way. You can also have a look at visualizations. So most of my hotel looks fine enough. Cleanliness is a bit difficult. I don't know what this means. Put it here. And temperature is currently even across the board because that's just the nature of this map. So right now we can only really get backpackers. And doesn't look like they're gonna give us too much of a good score. Plus I can improve their mood quite a bit.
Daba.
But we're currently indifferent. That's okay though. Right, time to start planning for a little bit more intensive construction. Go up to the next floor. As for that, once again we start building a foundation. Now I'm not going to be too extensive here, but probably big enough. Fancy windows. Give it a door. Nice double doors. Right. Then pull in some workers. So I'm just gonna call the medium-sized workers. Let's have them set up the second floor a little. Otherwise I can't get the material things over here. As we're going into the negatives. But that's currently fine. Because we can have debt leveraged against our assets, I guess. So as long as this stays below this, we're fine. And if not, we can always get some loans. But currently our credit score is pretty good. We start customizing the floor. I kind of want to see this thing that I unlocked, the rubber floor. Looks kind of ugly, but I guess for the room that we are going for, because we want to turn this into a gym. We will need some scenery. Just double everything up a little. Now, for these backpackers, they will most likely just want to do some yoga. Give them an extra mat. And one of these balls. Water fountain so they can refresh themselves. Boxing machine probably wouldn't hurt. But we don't have sporties yet. Up here. Kinda do want to have a waste bin. Where is it? To filter out for refreshments. Protein drink. Might be moving those around at some point, but for now, they will do. Imperial sites again. Critic is coming soon. Have to check what is actually the beauty of this. Not bad. Ooh, right, the walls. Up about the walls. Similar deal. I want the climbing wall. I went through all the effort to unlock it, so get the most out of it. See if we can make this all profitable. Let's make the walls here. Look at that. The floors. Right, people are already making place. Good, because that will make them happier. And they're looking for equipment that I do not yet have installed. Right, looks like got done here. Can be removed. And get out of here. Alright, any opportunities I can use. Still the abandoned cars. Kind of waiting for something else to show up. But looks like we're already starting to get some reviews. And they're not terrible. Could be better. Alright, let's see. Where is the Critic? He is positive. Right. I'm thinking we're gonna probably get that star then. Right, in the meantime, should probably consider getting some plants in place. Just call this truck. Woohoo! Nice, she gives us 3 stars. She's not too happy about the food, and the receptionist is also kind of lacking. That's fine. Staff experience is of course a little low, but hey, we gained our first star. That should hopefully help. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything in particular. The next Critic will arrive in 3 days, so we have some time to prepare. Alright, here's the supply for the restaurant. Does not look like we're filling up on anything in particular. Might need more waiters. Well, aside from that, I probably will need another cleaner. And I don't have a bar yet. Like, people want some entertainment. I don't have that much unlocked yet. As in, I could unlock some of these, but that requires playing the game for much longer than I currently have time for, so we'll see. Looks like we are getting a decent amount of cash flow, evidenced by this. No real opportunities just yet. Oh, there's not much point in me getting all backpackers. Ah, this is a little bit more useful. Get some radioactive wood. That'll speed up our income a little bit. And granted, it does look rather unsightly, but that's outside the hotel. Nobody cares about that. Someone to deliver it, I guess. It looks like people are slightly alarmed by the radioactive waste. Hey, but hey, we're getting money, so not complaining. Few schools are going down a little. Alright, so they just definitely do not want to see this. Fine, we'll put it inside. It looks like my staff is also not happy about this, but currently they're doing their job, so I don't really care what you think. Guest refuse scores not great. Yeah, they saw the nuclear waste and did not like that. Unfortunate. Let's expand. Let's plan out a little bit more. I don't want everything. I kinda wish I could build over top of this, but there's no way to do that. At the present. They say in the intro to this game that they are gonna be building it up to skyscraper levels. And there was mention of an elevator coming at some point, but I kinda wonder how that will work. I mean, that's a lot of things to render and stuff, so... Just gonna be making some more rooms for the backpackers, because they are gonna be coming in loads. And we need room here for the toilet stuff. Just keep this narrow corridor in the front here to separate both areas. This dividing wall anymore, and let's call in guys. Alright, the reviews are going back up. We'll want some material sites over here. Much fun as it is, let's just get rid of this because it's not worth the hassle. Probably also not doing great for our overall assets. And I'm sure the Critic probably also would not appreciate the Juggle. And more guest reviews. And that will take some time for the bad reviews to be forgotten. Right, how are we doing actually? But the backpackers are fairly happy for the price we ask. We'll be able to get our second star soon enough. Let's put in door here. And let's start zoning. Like I said, if we're gonna make any money from the backpackers, we need to do it through volume. We certainly are not gonna be able to do it just from themselves. So the toilet cubicles over here, the basin here, and some shower cubicles here. Sorry about that. We definitely need more material sites. Maybe going for a very simple aesthetic so I can see which room does what. Tiles. Just some clean tiles for this. Well. backpackers to be crammed in place. Fully in time for our second star to arrive. The material sites are running low again. We need at least one more. Maybe two. Right, already 100,000 in debt. In the hotel business, you gotta lose money to lose money. And obviously you can play this game at whatever pace you like, but just for the sake of demonstration, I'm just a bit as high speed as I can while not building stuff. Right, are we almost done with this? Right, they're collecting stuff, so I don't need tiles anymore. Oh, looks like I was right. But just how many is much I needed. Alright. The Critic is here. Enthusiastic. Cool. Alright, one more room to finish. I think that's all of them. You can go. I can only imagine how chaotic this is, but considering the location where we are, it's just a limit to how much chaos the game can currently show or handle. Because this location really doesn't do much. Let's at least get up to our second star. How does a Critic feel? Very enthusiastic. Woohoo! Alright, staff experience is getting better. Attractiveness could probably be higher. But hey, score is going up. Now, we have access to sporties, since we now have 2 stars. Now they want a little bit more from the hotel. They want at least the secondary meal that we already are handing out in the restaurant, but that's the point. They want to have a gym. Already have. Cool. but they also want a bigger room with an ensuite bathroom. That requires a lot of retooling. Now, I am currently still very much in debt, and my credit score is okay. See, my cash flow is still mostly coming from accommodation and the restaurant. Looks like credit interest is currently my biggest cost. Yeah, I can see that. Well, no point in really me taking out a loan, as it is. Anyway, that'll do for this look. Let's just create a new save. The to main menu. So just to demonstrate what it will look like, a slightly more chaotic look. So this is a test of the sandbox that I did a little earlier, just to see if I could make the a bit of a template for these sporty rooms, which looks something like this. Slightly bigger bedroom with a window and an ensuite bathroom, costing about 2,000 a night, and the sporties are very happy about it. They probably would pay more. Very good idea. I should probably make these fancier. Not sure how I'll do that, but, you know, something to consider at least. I mean, I'm still in debt here, but the cash flow is not nearly as bad. I had to do a lot of retooling, and I'm still trying to figure out how to more effectively squeeze people into a place. Also, I kind of overbuilt my workshop, which I don't think sees all that much use at this particular point in time in the game. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and this will give some of you perhaps some idea of what to look forward to in Hotel Architect. So yeah, the game is currently still very much in an early access state. They're giving out periodical beta tests, participations and all that. And if you are interested in doing that, like I said, the link is in the description if you want to request access to this particular demo. See if you can, whatever you can make of this, and be sure to give them feedback on the game as you go. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you all. Bye.